Hey everyone, so today I just have a tutorial for you on false eyelashes. You've probably noticed I have pretty dramatic false eyelashes on today, and the reason for that is that I want to show you guys how to do it. And I'm going to be using two types of eyelashes today. I'm using some from the brand Miss X Aesthetics, and these ones are called Noir. They're quite dramatic, as you can see, and I'll provide the website. Miss X Aesthetics make a whole bunch of alternative makeup. They make glitters, pigments, and really amazing eyelashes, amongst other things. So I'll provide a website for that for you guys, because if you want dramatic eyelashes like these, it's an amazing brand. And for my bottom eyelashes, you've seen these ones before. I'm using Dollywink eyelashes, and these ones are called Baby Cute. As far as eyelashes go, I use so many different brands of different prices. I tend to buy my lashes just based on if I see them and they look interesting, they look like they'd be effective, I'll buy them, whether they're $2 or $20. And I use everything from Asian drugstore ones to more upmarket ones. Gorgeous Cosmetics I use MAC eyelashes, I use Illamasqua eyelashes, I use all sorts of eyelashes. False eyelashes are nowhere near as hard to apply as people assume. A lot of my friends ask me, how do I apply false eyelashes? And it's so easy. Once I show you, you're going to realize how easy it is. Okay, so before you actually apply the false eyelashes onto your eyes, you want to make sure that they're the right size for your eye. And the way that you do that is by holding it up against your eye shape and just seeing where you need to cut off any excess eyelash. So I'm just going to look over here and then basically measure along. Okay, so if you can see, these eyelashes are significantly longer than my eyes, because my eyes aren't really big anyway. So I'm going to need to cut that extra off. Now, when you're measuring them up, you don't want to have that eyelash right in the inner corner of your eye, because naturally your eyelashes don't go in that far. So you want to have them a little bit back. Okay, so I'm not going to cut a whole lot off these eyelashes, just because I want to cut a little bit off first and make sure that it's right, because you can't reverse what you cut off, obviously. And just using a pair of nail scissors or small scissors, you want to cut the eyelash from the base. You don't want to cut in like this, because if you do that, then you can mess up the rest of the lashes. You just want to cut the band that is holding all the lashes on. So I'm just going to do that. Okay, so I just cut that much off and I'm left with that. And now with the other one is going to be your eyes, obviously the same size on the other side. So instead of holding up against my other eye, I'm just going to put them together and then just work out how much I need to cut off. And another point is, when you are cutting them, make sure that you cut them from the longest end and not the thin end, because if you cut them from the thin end and then you apply them, it's going to look really weird here. You want to make sure that they taper smaller here, and then you just cut off from the thicker end. So I'm just going to cut the other one. Okay, so now my eyelashes are ready to apply. Okay, so before I do anything, I thought I'd just point out that I've done all of my eye makeup already, including my liner. And the reason why you do your eye makeup before you apply the false eyelashes is because if you put them on first and then you go to put eyeshadow on your eye and then the eyeshadow all drops off onto the eyelashes, you can't use them again. And a question that I've been asked before is, can you use false eyelashes again? And the answer is yes, you can use them as many times as you want. Basically it all depends on how you look after them, how many times you use them, whatever. But yes, false eyelashes are reusable, they're not a one-time thing. And if you're spending a bit of money on your eyelashes, then you definitely want to take good care of them and you want to get more than one use out of them. So they're not a one-use thing, false eyelashes. Okay, so now that I've cut off any excess, I'm just going to kind of bend them around a little bit just to kind of make them more flexible, so when I put them on my eye they will stick on better. I've already applied my mascara. You curl your eyelashes and make sure you apply mascara because it will help the natural lashes blend into the false eyelashes. Okay, so the next step is to apply your lash glue onto the eyelash. Now the glue that I'm using today, and it's the glue that I use all the time, is Duo Lash Adhesive. You've probably seen this before. They sell it at MAC, they sell it all over the place. It's kind of the lash adhesive that everyone uses. It's really good. It's pretty cheap, and one of these will last you forever, or for a long time, depending on how often you wear false eyelashes. And instead of applying it, because I've seen people do this, never apply it straight onto the lash because you're going to put too much on. And the more glue you put on, the longer it's going to take to dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the end of a makeup brush and I'm just going to apply a small amount of the glue onto the tip of the brush end. Like so. Once I've done that, I'm just going to take my lash and I'm just going to run this along the lash. And another thing to make sure you do is to concentrate the glue on the ends, because those are the bits you really need to stick down, because if one of the ends lifts up then it's just going to be a disaster. You want to make sure that you've concentrated enough glue on the ends there so that it stays on all night. Okay, so now that I've applied the glue, don't just go and slap it on your face. You need to wait for the glue to become tacky, and basically that doesn't take long. It takes like a minute or a couple of minutes. You can dab it with your finger and just see how it's coming along. That just basically, when you go and put it on your face, it's not going to slide around as much. It's just going to be ready to kind of stay there. Okay, so the glue's tacky now and the eyelash is ready to be applied. So I'm just going to take a pair of tweezers and I'm going to do most of this with my fingers, but I'm going to use the tweezers just to fiddle around with them a bit. Now, starting at the end, I'm going to try and do this so you can see. I'm going to start by applying it to the end, the edge first. Now make sure when you're applying them that you get them as close to the natural lash line as possible. The glue's still tacky, so it can be moved around a bit still. Okay, so that's the first eyelash done. They're pretty extreme, probably a little bit more extreme than I was picturing when I bought them, but I'm just going to roll with it. I can still kind of see the glue under there. You just got to wait for it to completely dry. Again, keep just pressing down on the ends just to make sure that's on there securely, because the worst thing is when you're out and you're trying to reapply them, so you want to make sure that before you leave the house that they're on there nice and securely. So eyelash number 1. Okay, so I jumped right ahead and applied eyelash number 2 in obviously the first way as number 1. The glue is pretty much dried now. What a lot of people do at this stage is they get their mascara, put another coat of mascara on to blend in the false eyelashes with the natural eyelashes more. Personally, I don't do this because I find when you do this you get mascara all over your false eyelashes. It makes them harder to be reused, and I also don't believe that it blends them that much in anyway. So instead I just tend to like pinch my eyelashes, my natural eyelashes and the false eyelashes together. It should be enough, and this also means that you'll get more wear out of your lashes. Also, sometimes when you have put on your false eyelashes, the glue, you might notice, has left a bit of a band mark along where you've put your liner. It's not really noticeable with these ones because they're so heavy and black that you can't see, but sometimes if you have more natural ones on you might see some of the glue. So my answer to that would be to take an eyeliner brush and just put a thin coat of eyeliner over the top of that band just so that you can conceal the glue. Okay, so that's how easy it is to apply top lashes. Now I'm going to show you bottom lashes, which is a little bit more tricky. Okay, so I've got my Dollywink eyelashes here ready to apply. This is quite a lot more difficult than applying top lashes. There are a lot of different types of bottom eyelashes you can get. These ones are little separate chunks which you need to apply individually. You can also get ones like this, which I bought today, which are really heavy, and I haven't decided to wear these yet, which are just full bottom ones, and you can get thinner natural kind of ones underneath, but these ones are quite tricky to apply, so I'm going to show you how to apply these today. Okay, so I'm going to pick up the first eyelash with my tweezers. I'm just going to get the glue on the end of my stick again. Okay, and again I'm just going to gently dab that glue underneath the bottom and just wait for it to become tacky. Okay, so there's two ways that you can apply these bottom eyelashes. You can either apply them over the top of your eyelashes or you can put them underneath. Okay, so I'm just going to apply these ones underneath, under my eyelashes. I'm just going to get in underneath there. Okay, so first one's on. This is a very lengthy process if you use these ones, but I think that the look that you get at the end is well worth the time spent. Applying the second one now. Another thing is, when you're applying these, you may notice in the packet that they face downwards. Make sure that you apply them downwards, like the natural eyelashes that you have. You don't apply them up like you do with top eyelashes. Make sure you do them so they go in like this. Okay, so that's the first eye done. Obviously they need to dry, but that's done, and I'm just going to move on to the second eye. Okay, so I've rushed ahead there and finished the other eye. So that's the eyes done. Okay, so that's the finished look. I hope this was of some help to you, that you got something out of this tutorial, and I will speak to you guys soon.